to the slide. There's a plastic piece right here that the slide comes up on. And I take my floor right to the edge. And I'll go over the top with a 90. But I'll show you how it comes up over the floor right here. How it lifts. Because this is at an angle. The slider's at an angle. And then when it goes out, it sets right back down.
Okay, we're down on the floor, and what you're seeing is Ed is putting a piece of carpet tape on the bottom of this cabinet here, because there's carpet left under, and the only way we could get that carpet out of there is to take the cabinet out, and we're not going to do that. So he's using carpet tape and putting it on there, and then sticking the carpet up to the cabinet that holds it up.
Because the carpet goes in and out with the slide.
Yeah, the carpet goes in and out with the slide. And then what he's going to do is, I don't know if you can see, the floor, the vinyl planks ends right here. And so he will actually cut a piece maybe 2 or 3 inches wide and put it under there. And then when he's done doing that, to have the finished look, so obviously none of this carpet here is showing, is he will put a small piece of molding painted the same color as this cabinet, hooked to the cabinet and a little bit past that. And so when it will come, when it comes in and sets down, it'll be on the floor.
Right.
So it'll look all neat and finished. But that's what we're doing. And here's what it looks like with that carpet under there taped up. Ed's probably not going to have a good time getting a little floor under there, but we'll give it a shot, let you know how it comes out.
There's a piece of vinyl floor I have to get on top of.
That's under there?
Yeah, that moves with the slide, so I have to get on top of it. So that's something in itself.
He's got one strip under there already. Okay, here is that section he went under the carpet. He's at this corner here. That whole section is the slide. It's in a little bit, but see how the cabinet hangs over, and this is, you know, he's going to go up to that black to here. But that's what he's working on right now, which is, I don't think too fun since he's on the floor, but see, that's how he went underneath there a little ways, because this is, the slide is pulled in, obviously a little bit, so it would lift and he could get under there. And then he'll have to put a little subfloor, right, Ed?
Yes.
He'll put a little subfloor right along that area until it runs out, and then go over that, and then he'll put the, I think it's called a 90, to finish off, so none of this will be showing. It'll be a very clean finish when he's all done. All right, well, back to work. So this is the piece that he will be going under a little ways of the slide. Well, all of this, where the cabinets extend. Oops.
A little bit of trimming right there.
Yep. Very little. Fits pretty darn good. Alright, I would just thought if you guys or whoever's doing this happens to have a slide like this, that might help you. So he's just going to trim this little bitty piece off. Okay.
Bring it out now.
Okay.
Okay, what we're doing here is we're putting a piece of 1/4 inch board so I can keep a 1/4 inch space, because this floor will expand and contract. It'll get bigger in the summer and it'll get shrink in the winter. So you always got to leave a 1/4 inch all the way around for movement. And this is the edge here I was talking about. We're a little bit taller than this floor, but that's okay. We're going to put a 90 corner guard over this. Sometimes if your corner guard is too tall, you'll have to trim one end of it to where it sets on this floor here. Let me show you how it slides in.
Let me step over here so I can get it better. Okay.
That whole piece there will come in, the whole 90 will come in with the slide. And it will set back down. The slide will cover that whole black piece right there. You won't even see it. We'll show you in a later video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this little tool right here is one of my favorite little cutters. What I did here is this cabinet comes right to the edge of the slide, and I need a little piece there, a floor. So I've cut underneath this cabinet 1/4 inch, because my subfloor is 1/4 inch. And I'll place this under here, under the cabinet, and it'll come out to the edge of my floor. And I'll glue this in, and my little strip of floor will go on that, and that'll take care of this spot.
Yeah. And then that's where you'll put the 90 on, right?
90 will go right on top,
All the way.
cover the black. Go ahead and use the same floor. So the first step I glued down, the step that goes on the bottom and the second one up, I'm going to use double-sided carpet tape to hold it up there while the glue sets. I'll put a few pieces on this. Pull your little tabs off. Put glue on. That should do it. Stick it right on there. And that carpet tape will hold it till the glue dries.
Then we will have to
Then we'll put a trim piece over the top on both steps, and then we'll trim it out on the sides with the same as the sides, and across here and across here. Okay, this corner, wooden corner that I'm going to put on the end of the slide out, where it goes down to the floor, it's just a 90 corner made out of wood.
Then you turn it to the lengthwise.
One side.
Yeah.
One side I had to trim down because, you know, that floor's not level, and the piece was only this tall, and instead of this tall. So when I set this down on the floor, my floor came up a little bit. So I just trimmed this down so this top would stay flat. When you do your stairs, you need to line your planks up with your floor so it looks uniform going up. I just glues these down with Elmer's glue, and on my trim, which is going to go right here, you just try to match the color of the floor with the paint the best you can. And then I put a little piece of double sticky carpet tape.
This is it, right? You're just buying the...
Yeah, I'm just buying the plastic.
You got it at
Home Depot. You can cut it with your knife. And I'll put a couple of pieces of this on it. And I'll use this high temperature or any temperature premium
Loctite.
3X, whatever. Yeah, it's made by Loctite. This is liquid nails, but it's construction grade, and it'll stand high heat, so it gets pretty hot in here. So that's why I use this.
And the tape you're using
is permanent Roberts double-sided carpet tape. It's really, really sticky.
and that...
So this will hold it in place. I'll put the
While it's drying,
I'll
right?
put the bonding in between the strips, and that'll hold it in place while it's drying. And this carpet tape is permanent.
So make sure you do a pre-fit.
Yeah, pre-fit all your parts before you put them in place. You may have
With
to
glue.
trim a little off the end. Always cut to the long side of your measurement. Okay, I'm going to put my 90 over my slide now. And what I've done is I've cut strips of the carpet tape. And I'll pull those tabs off. And in between it I went with my liquid nails. The carpet tape will hold it down until the liquid nails dry. And these things get a little twisted, so it keeps it in place also. Our last one we set bricks on, but the slide was only 5 feet. This slide's 12 feet. So we have to make sure it stays in place. Then you just tear your little tabs off, and that allows you to get to your sticky piece. course, you cut them at 45s. They make your corners look nice. Lay them in place. I notched the back out because the cabinet has a little curve there.
Let me see
So
it.
that you can bend it
Yeah.
like that.
And it's gonna, here, Michelle.
It's going to go around this little curve right here. Hopefully. It fit in the dry run.
And he's using a permanent carpet tape.
Two-sided carpet tape.
Yeah. This is just a,
A small piece of plastic.
yeah, let's see.
Very lightweight.
Finish these edges of this cabinet.
And there you have it.
So if you kind of want a solution when you're doing molding to go around some of these corners, thought we would show you that. That's what we did. We're almost done with this floor. It's getting ready to put that piece in, so most of it is done around. He used that. It was all plastic, right? Molding.
Yes, all plastic mold.
Yeah, so it's
You
there
can cut
to
it
you.
with one of these X-Acto knives. Just press down and cut it. So there ain't a lot of plastic dust or anything before.
That's what he's been doing. But I'll show you the angles of that cabinet. Just has a little angle on it. So he figured that's what he would do, and it did work out great.
We just cut this shelf out and trimmed it out for the garbage can to fit. We're used to having it under the sink.
And that shelf is still sturdy to use. And you trimmed it out with, I don't know what this is called. What is this called? He found it at Home Depot. But yeah, it worked out. Okay, we're getting near to be done for the inside of the trailer. This is the dinette table that was in it. It was that oak pine color, kind of with that orange in it. So Ed has painted it white, as you can see, and we're doing the chairs white, and then we're gonna redo the cushions, I think, with a drop cloth. But I'm just gonna stain the top of this the same color as our window trim. And I think we're almost done, and we'll probably start on cleaning up the outside of it. But that's, I work a lot sitting down, I mean, because of my foot surgery. I still can't stand very long. All right, well, that's what we're doing right now. See how this turns out. It's that weathered gray. And even though the sofa that was in there is fairly new, and we're gonna go ahead and keep it, which I wish it was gray, but it's brown. So I'm just gonna try to bring in and make it work with some throws and pillows. But the table, I definitely wanted to change. Okay, so what I'm doing here, or what I've already done here, is I bought some drop cloth, painter's drop cloth, super cheap. I think I paid $7 for a 4x12, and I did wash it, and then I filled the wash machine up and let it soak with hot water and probably a half a gallon of bleach all night long, and then let that rinse that out, and it softens the material and it really lightens it up. And I have enough. I did all 4 of these cushions, and we are going to be making a little bench to kick our feet up on for in front of the couch. It'll do that, and probably still have a little left over. These are the only things I used in doing this. Taped it to do my stripes. You can buy a stencil of anything and do it. And this is a Oops paint for 50 cents. I needed it a little darker, so I added a little of this black in there. And you know, I just used the blue tape, stuck it on there, and made, you know, stenciled with a cheap sponge. And you do that, and I let it dry overnight. And then what I did, or am doing, is coming back in here and covering it, and I set my iron at the highest setting, and I'm ironing that, and it helps really, I guess, let that paint get in the fibers really good, and it'll help keep that on there. And I am going to go ahead and Scotch guard this when I'm all done, obviously, because it is kind of a light color. But I thought I would show you that. It's just a very inexpensive makeover on our dinette set. We're just painting it white, and we stained the top, and the chairs are done, and we just got to screw these back on. I just used the cushion that was already there and covered them. Thought I would share that with you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this video up here, and because it's getting a little long and there's really not much left to do, and I am so excited about that. So we are going to be doing a tour on the finished fifth wheel. I hope you come back to see that. We're going to probably be going over to Morro Bay, California for our first trip in it. It's somewhere familiar, so we can just try it out. And we'll probably either do the tour there. I'm not sure. We're going to be pulling it out because we're going to be washing the outside, which is in desperate need of cleaning. And let's see. The thing about this video is a lot of it is the floor being installed, and talking about, and clips of showing you how, because we did get a lot of requests. And when we did the coachman, when we did the chaparral's floor, and unfortunately I did not do a video of that, and we had a lot of people asking how he installed that, especially in the slide. So that's why there's a lot of clips of the floor being installed in this one. If you've been, you know, following us along, I want to thank you for that, and I sure hope you come back to see the finished renovation. We worked really hard, and I don't want to do another one in the summer here where we live. It was really hot. Ed did the bulk of the reno because I had surgery on my foot. I helped as much as I could before and as much as I could after, but he did a great job in hanging in there and doing that. But anyway, this is it, and I really hope you come back, and I want to thank you again if you've been following us. And this is Debbie with I'd Rather Be Camping. I hope you come back for the finished tour. All right, thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.